and there will be a 15-minute discussion for between each presentations. And then, first of all, I'd like to welcome Dr. Sunarso to deliver his presentation. He is the principal investigator from Polnep side for the project. He's going to deliver his presentation about SolarBoost WebGIS, a tool to support the planning of large-scale solar PV plant. Dr. Sunarso, please.
Thank you, Mr. Ali. Good afternoon for everybody, and good morning for Dr. Harold in UK. I will share my screen. Here I will like to present like an introduction of SolarBoost WebGIS. We have that we have developed during our collaborative research. Actually, our team is here. This is our team, and we have developed a tool to support the planning of large-scale solar power plant. Before I proceed with the WebGIS, I would like to explain the states of development of large-scale solar power plant. Actually, for the development of large-scale solar power plant, we have at least 7 states. And the first state is the site identification. Here we identify potential site for the development of the solar power plant, and we try to figure out the funding for the project development, and we develop the raw technical concept. After we finish this, we proceed with the next step with pre-feasibility study, in which we assess the different technical options and then approximate the cost and benefit of the project, and check the permitting need and make assessment of the market. And the next step is the feasibility study. Here we proceed to more detailed analysis with technical and financial evaluation of the preferred option, and then assessment of financing option, initiation of permitting process, and development of technical concept. In the next stage, we deal with more about financing. Here we consider more detail about permitting, contracting strategy, supplier selection, and contract negotiation and financing of the project. After this stage, we will move with more detailed design, in which we prepare the detailed design for the whole project, and then we prepare the schedule for the implementation of the project and finalizing the permitting process. After we have finished the design, we move with the construction of the project, and finally, after the construction, we closing the project with performance testing and commissioning here. So in these 7 stages of solar power plant development, the GIS play an important role, especially in the stages 1, 2, 3, and 5. These are actually the planning states of large-scale solar power plant development. For example, in stage 1, the GIS usually used to as a tool to identify to determine which site is the optimum site for development of the large-scale solar power plant. And then all the information that we can extract from the GIS can be used to develop the raw technical concept for the project. The same case also apply in stage 2, in which we assess the technical option. We also take the benefit from the GIS, from the information provided by the GIS. Also, when we try to approximate the cost and the benefit of the project. Also, when we deal with permit, we can check, for example, the location that we want to use for the development of the solar power plant is located in area that need more permitting administration or not. So we will take advantage of the GIS. In the feasibility states, of course, we can take benefit from the GIS to make technical and financial evaluation. Also in stage 5, in detail design, we need a lot of information that can be extracted from GIS. Here in our project, we at least work extensively with identification of potential site and technical and financial evaluation, and this work has been published, and you can read more detail in our published paper in sustainability and energy report paper. And now I would like to introduce about the WebGIS that we have developed here. You can access the WebGIS by visiting this URL here, and later I will show you how to access the WebGIS. But first, I want to highlight that our GIS at least has 4 main feeder provided there. The first is we provide the maps of suitable site for the development of large-scale solar power plant. Here we provide two approach for determination of suitable site. The first one is the approach which give the priority to the proximity to transmission line, and the second approach give priority to proximity to the road. And the second feeder provided by our GIS is the map of climatology and topography, including the map of global horizontal irradiance, temperature, humidity, elevation, slope, and aspect of the land. And the third feeder that provided by our GIS is the map of infrastructure. It's including the road, transmission line, power plant, and the substation. The last feeder that we have is the map of land usage, such as protected land, peatland, wildlife habitat, community forest, rice field, settlement, and forest cover. So I would like to show you by visiting this URL. Yes, this is our WebGIS, and you can see here.
Narso, you are sharing just the PDF. We are not
Sorry.
seeing your entire screen.
Sorry. Let's try to. Yeah. Okay. This is. I hope you can see the website here.
Yeah, that's okay.
Here we have the map of Indonesia, and here is the map of Kalimantan. And the feeder that I explained before, you can find it here and the upper right corner. For example, you can check the suitability map here with approach 1. Yeah, you can see different color here, which represent the suitability level of its part. So here the best suitable area represented by red color, the suitable one with yellow color, the moderate suitable area with purple color, and the blue color represent the least suitable area. So you can see here with this map, if you want to develop a large scale solar power plant, you can see which area is most suitable for your project here. The area with white color represent the area which is protected that can be exploited for development of large-scale solar power plant. So that is the first feeder provided by our WebGIS. The second feeder is related to climatology and topography. You can see here, for example, if you want to check the global horizontal irradiance, you can just click here. Yeah, so you can see here that in West Kalimantan, the global horizontal irradiance is relatively high here. You can see that most of the area in West Kalimantan is shown by orange color here, which show the global horizontal irradiance value of about 5 kilowatt hour per square meter per day here. If you want to check another parameter such as temperature, for example, you just click here. This is so the temperature. And if you want to check the elevation, you can just check here. Yeah, that is the second feeder we have. And the next feeder we have is infrastructure layer here. So if you want to check the major road here, you can see here. So you can see in the approach 2, in which we put higher priority to the existing road. If we click here, yeah, you can see here that the suitable site is aligned to the existing road here. So it's quite different if we choose approach 1. Approach 1 is put the priority to the existing network. So you can check the line, the area with yellow color here is the proximity of the available transmission line. You can check it here. This is transmission line. Yeah, so here is transmission lines. Okay, the last feature that we have is land usage here, and we label it here as restriction layer because we exclude this area for the development of large-scale solar power plant. For example, if we check here, protected land here, this is the area which is protected by the law. So we cannot use this area for development of large-scale power plant. If we want to do that, we need to proceed with a long and complex permit process because protected area is not easily converted to other usage, including for the development of large-scale solar power plant here. So that is protected area. If we want to check, for example, wildlife habitat, for example, here, you can check this here. So all this area in our WebGIS are excluded. So if you check here in the, in here, the excluded area here is shown by white color here. Okay, so I will back to my presentation. Yeah. So actually how we do the analysis for the site suitability. I'm sorry. If you look at the WebGIS, we have a lot of data there, and we obtain the data from various sources. First, the data for global horizontal irradiance and weather condition are taken from World Bank Group. You can access it here. And the data for local information such as road topography, electrical network, protected area, we obtain the data from our local partner, leads here. That is from Dinas Energi and Sumber Daya Mineral, Badan Perencanaan Pembangunan Daerah, Perusahaan Listrik Negara, Dinas Kehutanan, Dinas Pertanian dan Tanaman Pangan, dan Hortikultura, Dinas Pekerjaan Umum, Dinas Kependudukan dan Catatan Sipil, Dinas Pemberdayaan Masyarakat dan Desa, Balai Konservasi Sumber Daya Alam, dan Badan Meteorologi, Klimatologi, dan Geofisika. We appreciate all our partner for supporting us, who have support us with this data.